New Vulcan ball. Game 1, time in, 0-0-2. Point.
And that's in a smooth point right out of the gate. Diamond just going a little bit too sharp, giving Johnson that around the post.
Side out.
And this is something I actually like from Johnson and Frazier, is they're stacking from the outside of the court instead of a switch. And I think a lot of times people think switching is, you know, kind of the best way because people like to do it. It's actually a lot easier stacking from that outside to cover that court. Just ambitious. Dylan didn't touch a ball that whole point and decides he's going to take that chance right away.
1-1-2. Side out. Point. 1-1-1. Second serve.
One thing that Johnson does just so well is that short, compact stroke. Whether he's dropping or he's driving, that paddle is not going behind his hips when he's prepping for that ball. It's something that, and again, you see Frazier as well. When you see a lot of these players, they're making much more compact strokes, which is a huge benefit to a lot of these big swings when it comes to hand speed battles and disguise, deception. Just a great ball off the line, frustrating Diamond just a tiny bit.
Side out. 1-1-1.
That's great counter from Diamond. He's trying to get a little energy, which, again, he just has to get up and be ready to hit down on that ball. Just in bad luck, because right there, he's setting himself up again, and that net court just got a little bit off guard.
Side out. Wow. 9-0-1. Second serve. 1-2-1. 9-0-2.
And you're seeing just a little bit more confidence behind the shots on Freeman and Diamond. You are against a tough team, so you want to kind of be able to relax and play your game rather than play the opponent and get maybe nervous or play a little tighter. See that right there again. Diamond being tall and being in a position to just block it and counter the ball down. That's phenomenal.
0-10-1. Second serve. 0-10-2.
it's just a well-played point. One thing I appreciate about that is you're seeing a mixture of two-handed backhand dinks and one-handed backhand dinks, and just the changing of the spins and the tempos. That's just a very well-played point, and something we're seeing more and more with men hitting two-handed backhands for getting that variety on it. Oh, just oh, what a great point again. And he did get called on that foot fault, which he passed the plane of the net, but did not make contact with the ball.
Second serve. 2-3-2.
That's a great low speed up from Freeman. You do have, you know, great hands on this side. If they can kind of relax a little bit, play their game, they can absolutely put a lot of pressure on Johnson and Frazier.
Second serve.
Gotta say, the sun is setting here in Texas. It is absolutely beautiful out.
3-2-2.
Phenomenal setting here at Brookhaven Country Club. Again, just if you have not been to this event, make sure you're tuning in to Pickleball TV. We've got that app where you can watch the stream on all of the grandstand courts. It's just a great event here that PPA has put on with the best players in the world.
Two, 3-1. And 1-1.
Got some great extension. And just early in here on this game.
2-3-2. Point.
And that's, again, a very just compact stroke from J.W. Johnson
3-3-2.
and putting a lot of power on that drive.
Second serve. 3-5-2.
Big serve, and again, just Dylan rushing through the ball, keeping that
4-5-2.
game within 1 point. And again, when you're watching that point, you know, Dylan is hitting every single one of those balls. J.W. Johnson is just being so engaged, keeping his body still, and he is then ready as soon as he's able to get to the point to do something with it, because he's so calm during that whole time.
Point. Six, 4-1. Point.
too quick, and it does look like Diamond. We are back here on this timeout, 7-4. Sarah Hansberry here in Dallas, Texas. Lapiplasty World Pickleball Championships, and this is the final. Wow, we actually do have a match after this. So we are getting a little bit longer. The sun is going down. Music is getting louder. It is getting a little chillier. I did just put my sweatshirt on. That's a really well played point for Freeman and Diamond, and what they need to keep doing. It's very easy to be in that position, overhit the ball, trying to finish the point, but Diamond did keep his cool. We are seeing Johnson and Frazier struggling a little bit to kind of get forward these last few points. Just a little bit high on that ball, but Diamond was able to take advantage and step in, which is again something that's a point that they want to keep seeing.
5-9-1.
Next up on the Proton Championship court, let's make some noise for Papa Dan and
He's being the one a little bit higher and aggressive, which is, again, I like seeing that out of him.
5-9-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, get those hands together and make some noise for Gabriel, Joseph, and Donald Young!
There we go. I like, you kind of see Dylan walking a little bit faster, is looking a little bit more confident after those. I think now we're seeing a little bit of that pull away.
Second serve.
We do have live music and bands right now this evening on site. This is an event for the players and for the spectators. I gotta say, it's fun. Food is amazing. I had a Maine lobster roll and some clam chowder the other day. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Game point. 10-5-2.
And that gives their first game point. Like right there, that's what I was saying a couple of points ago. It's so easy to creep away. This first game win. And we do have one more men's match in the night with Cardio and Dasku against, I just forgot that, I'm just going to find out on that, but that's the Tony brothers. So it is getting more evening time here. A lot of people in the crowds. We've got signs. Fans seem to be really enjoying themselves. I think it's been a phenomenal week thus far.
0-0-2.
And there's Diamond again, getting just a little bit of reach in that backhand. He's able to get in there.
0-0-1.
He uses his length so well and gets on top of the ball and hits it down. there it is again. Just really well played point from all players. And Diamond just doing a fantastic job of seeing that ball a little bit earlier. Just the calmness when J.W. Johnson is playing that entire point. Just so smooth and controlled the point. We talked about that in the last match, women's match. Maggie Rasha is a very similar style of player. So again, we're seeing that same style on the court, which really allows J.W. to see the ball very easily. There's just a little discussion about the call from which server it was.
1-0-2.
15 seconds. Ball, game 1. Time in, 0-0-2.
Gosh, just a little bit unlucky off of Freeman's paddle, coming up a little bit too quick and clipping the net, giving Frazier that around the post.
0-1-1.
1-0-2.
Second serve.
Just a little bit not seeing the ball on this side. And when you're looking at where I'm at in the booth, and I watch both Frazier and Johnson, their contact, that paddle just stays in front of them so well, no matter what they're doing with the ball, whether it's dropping or driving. That compact stroke makes them just so powerful and makes those hands very, very fast.
1-0-1.
Second serve.
Second serve.
0-2-2. Point.
Side out.
1-2-2.
And that ball coming off Diamond's paddle, definitely flying out, but Dylan cannot get out of the way of it.
Side out.
0-1-1.
2-1-1. Point. 3-1-1. Second serve. 3-1-2.
That's the first time I've really seen JW on these points kind of stretch in and cut off that backhand, which is definitely something he needs to just keep doing.
1-1-1.
Side out. One, 3-1.
That just being a little bit of miscommunication. Both Freeman and Diamond wanting that same ball in the middle, causing Diamond to just get it a little bit late and pop it up enough for JW to just finish it quickly.
2-1-1.
3-1-1. Second serve. 3-1-2.
Second serve.
A lot of pressure with Diamond on that ball, and then Dylan had
2-1-2.
a little bit out of rhythm, causing an error.
4-1-2. Point.
very well played point. Just really impressed with Diamond's control on that point, and Dylan and Frazier coming, and Johnson coming in, and just great spot.
1-2-1.
Second serve. 1-5-2.
Second serve.
Side up. Down. Out.
1-2-2.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the outcall. The outcall please go set 5-1-1.
Side out.
Just a little bit of timing on there.
GW's
GW's got great backspin on that ball, which he's one of those players that is able to utilize both topspin and sides. Both sides of the body.
There you have it, folks.
Second serve. 2-1-2. Side out.
That's the first time we've seen Freeman on that speed up. Low under the net, surprising Johnson and flopping.
1-2-1. Second serve.
Again, there's that split that we kind of keep seeing from Johnson, but he's doing a lot of that.
1-2-2.
That is a very tough spot to be in front of.
Side out.
A little bit ambitious there.
After review, the outcall is overturned. The ball was in.
2-1-1.
Timeouts remaining. 2 timeouts remaining. We'll resume play at 2-5-2.
That's just huge power. Just see how J.W. Johnson's feet stay so steady in the ground. When he's in those battles, he just is able to accelerate so well and get his body behind it.
Second serve.
3-5-2.
3-1-2. Side out.
Side up. 5-3-1.
1-3-1.
Second serve. 5-3-2.
Again, there's that power from Johnson when he's able to keep his feet down and just get on top of the ball.
Side up.
1-3-2. Side out.
3-5-1.
3-1-1.
Second serve. 3-5-2. Side up.
3-1-2.
5-3-1. Point.
Oh, just a great point. Johnson and Frazier just ready for those speed ups, but phenomenal defense from Freeman and Diamond as well.
Point.
4-1-2.
7-3-1. Point.
Side out.
That's a great pressure with Diamond kind of faking that or going for that Ernie while Johnson's got his head down.
1-4-1. Second serve.
Point. 9-3-1.
1-4-2.
Point.
Side out.
Again, just Johnson getting in there and
4-1-1.
so quick and powerful. And this kind of goes to show you exactly what the #2 team in the world
Point game.
is going to put a lot of pressure on you regularly.
Point.
I mean, you see that energy, they're going to start to get that momentum.
Alrighty, sportsmen,
It's a great time. I was just about to say this is a good time for a time. When they start playing loose and they start playing it, they're going to kind of creep away very easily.
Definitely.
And the winner of this match does go on to play Hunter Johnson and Rafa Hewitt.
Yeah, it's a real treat to call a match with a team as strong as J.W. Johnson and Dylan Frazier, so I'm excited to join you here.
5-1-2.
ball. Game 2, time in. 0-0-2.
And just catching it a little bit late. But again, I mean, essentially what we see is so common, just how strong and compact J.W. Johnson's strokes are, how solid his footwork is. He's never bouncing around. He's never off balance. He's just able to control the points so well on the right side of that court.
Second serve.
And he's bringing a ton of pace, but he's also bringing a ton of control.
Yeah.
He's spotting those attacks with
1-5-2.
a lot of power.
0-0-2.
Side out.
Great ball from Dylan Frazier. So it goes back to them, a side out, 5-1-1.
5-1-1.
Side up. 0-0-1.
Second serve.
Just catching Johnson, kind of recovering from that ball. And great timing
5-1-2.
from Freeman.
The video light, video wall, let's see right. Thank you. Time in. 0-0-1. Second serve. 0-0-2.
Side out.
Very Ignatowicz-like on that backhand from Max Green.
Yeah.
Max Freeman, I apologize. And you might have already touched on this, but definitely Max Freeman and Casey Diamond are kind of a rising team on the Pro Tour. Just a few weeks ago in Virginia Beach, they defeated Tyson McGuffin and Jaume Martinez-Vich in a shocker.
And that is something that's, like we talked about earlier, we can get teams that really can step up and surprise strong teams.
Yeah, they're the 28 seed, but they're a little more dangerous than that.
Yeah.
Drew a tough second round match here with JW and Dylan, but they're not out of it yet. Still fighting. It's 2-5. It may be hard to see on the stream, but that drop shot is coming in with a lot of pace and a lot of tip. It's a hard ball to handle.
Essentially, that's, you know,
3-5-2.
you've got Diamond and Freeman when their drops are hitting, they're heavy. They've got a lot of topspin on it. They're a little bit more aggressive. It's coming down. Whereas Dylan and Frazier, Dylan and JW, they kind of slice their drops more and they float a little bit. So it's a very different ball that we see kind of regularly on both sides of the court.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if JW and Dylan hit a soft drop and the other team decides to attack the ball, like JW and Dylan are super confident they can counter anything. Whereas Casey and Freeman are really trying to have more of an attacking drop. JW and Dylan will invite any hands battles.
Oh, yeah. And so much of that, I talked about this earlier, is their paddle never goes behind their hips. They're taking such compact strokes, and you look at Freeman, like many players, take kind of bigger motions and strokes, and so that really hurts you in a hand speed battle and takes away a lot of time.
Side up. 2-2-1.
Yes. Side out.
Well played.
Second serve.
So we have a side out at 3-7. Ball goes back to Casey Diamond here.
3-7-1.
Side up.
Point.
That's great acceleration from Freeman.
2-2-1.
4-7-1. Point.
Point.
Casey serving.
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the alcohol. The alcohol is at 3-2-1. Will now receive the immediacy.
Get 5. It's 5-7-1. Alcohol.
And Max Freeman, a relatively new player to the VPA Tour, living in the Delray Beach, Florida area. That's really contributed to his rise this year, is being in that southern Florida area with all those incredible players. Dylan Frazier just moved down there. JW Johnson, of course, from that area.
Absolutely, it's huge to be able to have people, solid players to play with regularly, and it'll help you grow a lot quicker in a more competitive practice. Just a little luck, but Diamond's certainly happy about that.
As you mentioned earlier, you can see on Casey's dinks, his swing motion is just huge.
Yeah, yeah. It takes a lot of extra effort when you're making that, which takes more time and energy. And it's something that you see the Johnsons just, you know, really, really pushed in that short. You see it in Georgia as well, that those minimal backswings just helps them so much in those hand speed battles.
6-7-2.
2-2-2.
And just great pressure from Johnson. Again, just paddle never moved behind his body, stayed very still that whole time.
2-3-1.
7-6-1.
Point.
Nice ball.
See, I was wondering if it went a little long, but maybe I was like, yeah, I was in there. I missed all that entirely. Yeah, it's a great redirect behind JW Johnson. There's Diamond trying to get some energy from the crowd.
And as we mentioned, players living in good areas for pickleball. Casey's living in Phoenix. And
And he was up in the Charleston area. I was living up there for a while, and when I first moved in, he was practicing a lot, and then he moved to get more focused on pickleball, and so sometimes we're seeing that a lot of players making the adjustments if they really want to put some pressure on the tour and grow in the ranks. They've got to dedicate to it full time.
playing really well right now. It's 8-7 and a rare timeout from Dylan and JW to try and stop this run to McGuffin and trying to force a third game here.
Again, even with those are the points that JW and Dylan are not going to lose very often. You look at that whole time, both of them are just steady and strong, and their paddles are very compact. So that's
he was feeling good.
yeah, absolutely.
I've been really impressed about Max Freeman's athleticism. I mean, he's got some serious talent.
Yeah.
9-7-2.
Gosh, again, just JW being able to see that ball so well.
And JW Johnson serving at 7-9-1.
Just a little bit more pressure on JW's backhand.
7-9-2.
That's a tough one.
He had a lot of options there.
You know, I'm glad he hit that. It was a smart ball. He took his time with that. He didn't rush it. It's very, very easy to rush that ball. In the first game, they lost quite a few points doing that, just kind of going for too much and making the error. Just amazing from Max Freeman.
Counters, counters. Max wins that one.
10-7-1.
Game point.
Second serve. Game point. Second serve. 10-7-2. 5-7-2. Point game. 7.
And look at that. That's Freeman and Diamond being able to step it up and push JW and Dylan to a third game.
We're going to get some more pickleball.
I have bad bunions. Wish they'd disappear.
Lapiplasty.
Sup? Future me? And no bunions! How?
Lapiplasty.
Lapiplasty corrects bunions at the source, meaning you're back in sneakers in weeks.
Lapiplasty.
Weeks! The future of bunion surgery is here. Learn more at lapiplasty.com. Risks include infection, pain, and loss of correction.
It's a beautiful night here in Farmers Branch, Texas. Temperature's starting to fall. It's about 63 degrees or so. Little wind on the court, nothing that's going to impact play too much. It's a beautiful evening here.
New Vulcan ball.
Absolutely. It's coming in on Monday, tornadoes and floods, and now we've got absolutely gorgeous weather this week.
Side out.
And just a little mistiming on that ball early with a new ball as well. We do change that in Vulcan Pro Ball every game.
Brand new ball skid sometimes.
Absolutely. And especially, you know, when they come out and make some of these stadium courts, PPA does a phenomenal job building some of these stadium courts. So you've got very fresh paint, which also can be very gritty.
0-0-2. Point.
1-0 and Diamond to serve. Back-to-back miss returns. That one missed by about 6 inches or so.
A lot of pressure. One thing, you know, I do see with Diamond, his release on the ball is pretty high compared to, you know, most players out. Like, I mean, that's... I mean, amazing speed up, and that's just going into, I mean, Dylan was just thinking he was going at his forehand, and he pulled that ball right through the middle.
3-0-2.
That was pretty. 3-0. not scared of JW and Dylan's hands right now.
Yeah.
Could not do it though. It's a big side out at 3-0. Dylan Frazier with the ball.
0-3-1.
Battle 6-0.
Just again, they can come out from a timeout and just play their normal game. I played on the Boston Pickleball MLP team with Dylan Frazier, and he is very much just, that's how he is. He is not going to talk much. He just is going to get out there and kind of do his job.
A rare missing volley from Dylan. He's playing with his brand new signature Selkirk paddle. Look for that one. He's got the Mizzou colored Selkirk, one of a kind that he's playing with. Man, Casey's hand's so good.
Yeah, I mean, it just, you know, something he uses his length and reaches in so well on so many shots, and he's able to just get on top of balls and just put a lot of pressure.
6-0-1.
Perfect spot.
0-6-1. bit of height, but you know, it looked tempting. It looked like it was in his reach, and it just didn't seem to be.
161.
That's a big point right there.
When all 4 players are at the line thinking like that, I mean, you have to think that that's J.W. Johnson and Dylan's advantage.
Absolutely, and you know, in that one, it was a ball. You know, Dylan doesn't take a lot of backhands when JW is stepping in, taking most of those forehands. So that's, you know, was not a common thing that we're seeing.
6-1-1.
That's a great point, Sarah. Ball goes back to Diamond and Freeman at 6-1.
Second serve.
Just again a ball that seemed it was very easy.
6-1-2.
Great overhead from Max Freeman. It seems like championship court coverage has ended and the crowd is starting to fill in around this grandstand court to watch this match.
Yeah, everyone is looking for an upset right here or a really good comeback.
That dink went wide.
It
Just
did,
finished
but
at home
he
anyway.
made that anyway. So they won the point twice.
1-7-1.
Oh goodness, and that's a big hand speed battle to win.
Sped it up off the backhand dink and came out on top. Seems like most of the returns here are going to J.W. Johnson. At the pro level, do a lot of players kind of isolate who they're going to return it to?
Yeah, it's you know, very often you know, based on how do you keep JW out of the middle and you know, getting it to his backhand, because if you're going to Dylan, he's still probably going to come in and take the ball. So it's making him stay off the net a little bit longer.
Casey's getting ready to serve at 7-1.
That's not an error we've seen though from Casey Diamond in the last, you know, kind of game, essentially.
1-7-1.
They've been playing so consistent.
Absolutely.
Nice lead there.
It's a great speed up from Diamond. He's able to, you know, pull kind of compact on that, which is good.
They're trying to work to JW's backhand side, but when you have that small of a target, you're going to pop it up every once in a while.
And we are back here at the Lapiplasty World Pickleball Championships here in Dallas, Texas. I'm Sarah Ansberry with Matt Mayfield. Again, we're seeing a couple errors here in the last few points from Casey Diamond.
4-7-1.
and that's the benefit of having Freeman there with a lefty forehand. You've got two forehands in the middle, and that can be super, super tricky to play against.
5-7-1.
Just again, Diamond using that just reach he has, he's able to really pop balls down very quickly.
5-7-2.
And these crowds are coming in. Again, that championship court is over, and everyone is sticking around for this match.
Lead is down to 2, 5, 7, 6, 7, 1.
Wow, it's just such a well-played point from all four players. J.W. Johnson, Dylan Frazier, just creative on those first couple shots.
Ball will be back in the hands of Casey Diamond, serving at 7-6-1.
We have not seen that much from Freeman.
So good.
Speed up from Diamond, but just amazing counters.
9-6. All right, Dylan Frazier now at 6-9-1.
Short return was actually tricky for Johnson to get under. Great speed up from Dylan Frazier with that backhand. All right, and then J.W. Johnson getting that ball. They want to start bridging the gap a little bit right now. Now ball that's so tough.
Usually JW puts those away, but just some great hands throughout this match from Freeman and Diamond.
Absolutely.
Two more.
I do love how calm Diamond seems on the court right now, relaxed, and you know, this is a big match. You're playing the #2 seed at the World Championships. It's a lot of pressure. It's a great match to win.
Oh,
Gosh,
man.
again, they're really
Incredible.
trying to get, you know, JW Johnson to bounce that ball so he's not going to speed it up. And then, they're kind of willing to stay in that point when it's there, being very patient, coming at the right time. And, you know, Frazier just not hitting as many balls, too.
Isolating JW Johnson. Match point.
That is a ball they want back. And right now, Frazier and Johnson really saying we've got to step it up.
7-10-1.
Oh gosh, and Diamond and Freeman not afraid of getting into a hand speed battle with JW Johnson, and that's amazing. It's because you got some of the quickest hands in the game, and they are willing to get into it with him.
8-10-1.
And Max Freeman's only been on tour a couple months.
Yeah. Great speed up from Casey Diamond. Really stretching into his space and go for that forehand, and Max Freeman just not quite ready for that counter.
What a game.
9-10.
9-10.
Gosh, just unlucky for Diamond Freeman, but JW ready to kind of, now we're 10-10. I mean, that's incredible.
Timeout receivers.
And
10-10-1.
great time to use that timeout, I gotta say.
The number 2 seed, 10-10.
Time in. 10-10-1.
There he is again, reaching in. He's got a smile on his face after that one, feeling that confidence.
10-10-2. Point.
Oh, wow, that's a ball bait. JW Nillen confidently called that.
You don't have any timeouts. You can't challenge.
And because they do not have any timeouts, they are not able to challenge that call.
11-10-2.
Giving
Let.
A match point
a
here.
match point on this side of the court.
11-10-2. Side out.
All right, side out. Ball goes back to the lefty, Max Freeman.
10-11-1.
So that little energy coming from Dylan Frazier. They want the ball back, give us the chance to finish the match.
10-11-2.
You know, they've been down this entire game, and it's just a completely different space. Just the whole crowd behind the ball on that one, and again, we've got at least one match point here. 2 match points available.
11-10-1.
Big serve out the gate. Gosh, yeah, Jake He wanted to finish that. There's not been many points in this game that they've gotten into the net so quickly.
11-10-2.
I mean, absolutely planned to go there, getting his paddle on it, but saving 2 match points.
10-11-1.
So that little energy coming from Dylan Frazier. They want the ball back, give us the chance to finish the match.
10-11-2.
you know, they've been down this entire game, and it's just a completely different space. Just the whole crowd behind the ball on that one, and again, we've got at least one match point here. 2 match points available.
11-10-1.
Big serve out the gate. Gosh, yeah, Jake He wanted to finish that. There's not been many points in this game that they've gotten into the net so quickly.
11-10-2.
I mean, absolutely planned to go there, getting his paddle on it, but saving 2 match points.
10-11-1.
Gosh, just a miscommunication in the middle, which it's a ball that Casey Diamond has been hitting most of the match. So it's kind of understandable that Max Freeman was thinking he was going to go for it, but did not pan out.
They were up 7-1 in this game 3.
Just catching Diamond slightly out of position. Phenomenal from J.W. Johnson, giving him another match point.
11-10-1.
Perfect example of J.W. Johnson seeing the ball so early, knowing where it's going to go, but just an over-hitting it when he's got his paddle on it.
11-10-2.
What a point to end on it. It was absolutely